Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Sister Wives universe has never been short of drama, but this time the headlines have shifted from family feuds, failed marriages, and broken promises on Coyote Pass to something far more serious, something that could alter the Brown family legacy forever, because Kody Brown, the man once at the center of TLC's longest-running plural marriage experiment, now finds himself in the hot seat of a courtroom where every secret, every dollar, and every questionable decision has been dragged into the light, culminating in what fans are now calling the most shocking legal twist in Sister Wives history, an explosive $400,000 verdict that left Kody destroyed and the family, former wives, and viewers stunned in disbelief as the judge slammed his gavel down on what felt like the final act of Kody's empire. The story begins not in the glamorous world of reality TV, but in the messy aftermath of broken marriages, as Christine left with fiery independence, Janelle with financial struggles, and Mary with bittersweet resilience, all while Robyn clung to Kody as the last legal wife, and somewhere in the shadows, financial disputes were bubbling, because the truth is that the Brown family's finances have always been as complicated as their love lives, stretching from the much-discussed Coyote Pass property to the tangled web of LLCs, joint ventures, and debts. And when Kody's name started appearing in court documents tied to a dispute over unpaid contractors and broken land agreements, fans knew the drama wasn't staying confined to the TLC cameras. It was spilling into a courtroom where receipts, witnesses, and judges don't care about reality TV storylines, only about evidence and accountability. And that's where the story turned ugly, because according to multiple reports, Kody was accused of mismanaging funds connected to the sprawling Coyote Pass project and allegedly failing to pay contractors who had invested time, labor, and resources into the land that was supposed to become the dream home base of the Browns, a dream that now looks like a nightmare after the court ordered him to pay an eye-popping $400,000, a number that instantly sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives fan base, igniting questions about how much money Kody really has, how much of the TLC paycheck went into his personal lifestyle versus family needs, and why his wives always seemed to leave the marriage complaining that they walked away with nothing while Kody strutted around insisting he was financially secure. And the verdict was not just a number on paper, but a symbolic takedown of the man who once controlled every penny, every decision, every plot of land, because in that courtroom, stripped of the bravado and the golden curls he's so known for, Kody faced reality, and reality wasn't kind, with a judge making it clear that debts can't be hidden behind TV fame, excuses, or family drama. They have to be paid. And as the news spread across social media, fans reacted with a mix of satisfaction, disbelief, and pity, some calling it karma for the way he treated Christine, Janelle, and Mary, others worrying about whether Robyn and her kids would now suffer the fallout of his decisions, and still others pointing out that for years the wives had claimed Kody funneled resources unfairly, with Janelle famously saying she left the marriage with nothing while Kody always acted rich. A line that now feels like prophecy fulfilled, because the $400,000 judgment reinforces the image of a man living beyond his means, caught between the facade of wealth and the reality of debt. But what makes this even more jaw-dropping is the timing, coming after a season where Kody doubled down on his loyalty to Robyn, alienating his other wives, and now facing the financial destruction that could jeopardize even Robyn's position, because while fans have long speculated that Kody favors Robyn financially, shielding her from the struggles Christine and Janelle endured, a $400,000 verdict isn't something that can be swept under the rug. It demands payment, and payment means assets, and assets mean revisiting the messy distribution of Coyote Pass and possibly even TLC contracts. So suddenly the question becomes, will Kody be forced to sell off Coyote Pass, the very land he once fought to divide and control, in order to cover the court's decision? And if so, does that mean the Brown family dream of building 4 homes on that property is officially dead, buried under the weight of debt and legal defeat? Or will Robyn, often dubbed the favorite wife, step in to cover costs, putting her financial stability at risk in the process? Because make no mistake, $400,000 is no small sum, not even for reality TV stars whose contracts have been reported in the low six figures per episode. And with TLC reportedly reconsidering the future of Sister Wives after season 19, the timing could not be worse, because if the paychecks dry up and the court demands payment, KODY could find himself not just humiliated but financially ruined, and fans are already speculating about whether Christine, Janelle, and Mary will see this as vindication, proof that leaving KODY was the best decision they ever made, because while they rebuild their lives, Christine with her marriage to David Woolley, Janelle with her detox journey and fresh independence, Mary with her new business ventures. KODY sits at the center of a financial storm he can't charm his way out of, and that image of him, sitting in court, no longer the confident patriarch but a man cornered by his own decisions, may go down as one of the defining moments in Sister Wives lore, because it's one thing to lose wives, another to lose respect, but losing $400,000 in one explosive legal decision, that's the kind of defeat that lingers, reshapes narratives, and changes how fans will forever see the man who once claimed to lead a plural family with pride and spiritual conviction. Now just another fallen reality, star undone. Not by love, but by money, pride, and the unforgiving power of a courtroom verdict. The aftermath of the $400,000 courtroom bombshell didn't just reverberate through legal documents and dusty case files. It rippled like a shockwave through the Sister Wives fandom, crashing into online forums, Facebook groups, TikTok fan edits, and Reddit threads where viewers who had spent over a decade watching the rise and fall of KODY Brown now had fresh fuel to dissect. And the narrative quickly shifted from KODY as the misunderstood patriarch struggling to keep his family together to KODY as the architect of his own downfall, the man who gambled everything, wives, children, money, reputation, on a vision of control and ended up with ashes, lawsuits, and headlines screaming about a $400,000 defeat. And what makes this so much more devastating is the symbolic weight of the figure, because $400,000 isn't just a random number. It's the equivalent of multiple TLC paychecks. It's a down payment on several homes. It's enough to secure the very Coyote Pass dream he once preached to his wives about. Yet now, instead of funding dreams, it's draining resources, and the irony is cruel, because fans remember KODY standing in front of cameras, gesturing toward the empty plots of Flagstaff land, promising a future of harmony and custom-built houses, and now that same land stands barren, overgrown with weeds, locked in disputes, and overshadowed by the court's ruling that proves once and for all that dreams built on shaky ground collapse under scrutiny. And as reporters piece together the courtroom details, whispers about financial mismanagement grew louder, with insiders alleging that KODY had shuffled money between LLCs, tried to play contractors against each other, and even leaned on TLC paychecks to cover obligations that should have been handled years ago. But the judge wasn't interested in excuses or the theatrics of reality TV fame. The verdict was clear. Debts owed must be debts paid. And as soon as the gavel fell, the image of KODY as a financially secure provider shattered like glass, leaving fans to speculate how Robin, often shielded from hardship, would react when reality intruded into her carefully curated bubble, because let's not forget that Robin has long been accused of living comfortably while Christine and Janelle fought tooth and nail for financial independence, Christine having to leave to truly thrive, Janelle admitting she walked away with nothing but her determination to rebuild. And now those very women are likely sipping their coffee with vindication as they watch the man who once lectured them about loyalty and obedience struggle to scrape together nearly $500,000. And what makes this courtroom twist even more brutal is how it undercuts one of KODY's favorite narratives, the one where he positions himself as the victim of disloyal wives who abandoned him for selfish reasons, because this verdict proves that the rot wasn't just emotional. It was financial, it was systemic, and it was rooted in KODY's inability to balance the reality of supporting four families with the ego of wanting to control them all. And the irony is almost Shakespearean, because at the very moment Christine, Janelle, and Mary seemed to be thriving post-KODY, with Christine glowing in her marriage to David Woolley, Janelle embracing her detox journey, and even traveling for new business opportunities, and Mary launching her retreat business while exploring a new romantic chapter, KODY and Robin find themselves shackled not by love, not by plural family chaos, but by debt, court orders, and a reputation that may never recover, and fans have pointed out that this could very well signal the end of Sister Wives as we know it, because TLC thrives on conflict, sure, but financial lawsuits and $400,000 judgments carry a darker energy. One that risks painting the show not as quirky polygamous drama, but as the slow-motion collapse of a patriarch drowning in money problems, and networks are notoriously wary of stars with unresolved financial scandals, so the $400,000 verdict could end up being the nail in the coffin for a series already on life support. But beyond television, the human toll is what fans keep circling back to, because money isn't just numbers on a page. It's resources for children, stability for households, and when the court strips $400,000 from KODY's orbit, that burden doesn't just fall on him. It ripples to Robin's kids, to her mortgage, to whatever financial safety net she thought she had, and it forces an uncomfortable question. Did Robin marry into security or a sinking ship? Because while she once positioned herself as the legal wife with protection, her legal tie to KODY now means she's tethered to his financial downfall, and fans are already buzzing that this might fracture even Robin's loyalty, because love might endure many things, but debt of this magnitude has destroyed countless marriages. And if Robin thought she was the exception, this verdict could prove she is not immune. And meanwhile, Christine's followers flood her social media with comments calling this karma and praising her for escaping when she did. Janelle receives waves of support for her honesty about leaving with nothing, and Mary, often painted as the quiet survivor, emerges as a symbol of resilience compared to KODY's humiliation. And the longer this plays out, the clearer it becomes that this verdict wasn't just about unpaid bills. It was about exposing the underbelly of the Brown Empire, revealing that behind the staged family dinners, the RVs, and the constant promises of someday on Coyote Pass, there was a financial house of cards waiting to collapse. And now, with the collapse on full display, fans are left asking what comes next. Will KODY liquidate assets, sell Coyote Pass, beg TLC for a special spinoff just to cover his debts? Or will he attempt to lean on Robin to pull them through? And the sad irony is that for years KODY positioned himself as the spiritual leader of his family, preaching about building a legacy, and yet his legacy now seems defined not by faith, not by love, but by debt, lawsuits, and a courtroom verdict that left him stripped of authority, humiliated before the world, and facing a future that feels far more uncertain than any cliffhanger TLC could script. Because this isn't scripted, it's real, and reality doesn't offer retakes, only consequences. And for KODY Brown, those consequences now carry a $400,000 price tag and a permanent stain on the name he once fought so hard to elevate, leaving fans, wives, and children alike to wonder if this is the final act in a saga that went from a celebration of plural love to a cautionary tale of pride, greed, and downfall.